Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Enchanted Numerology Podcast. I'm your host, Erica Rose, a Life Path 7, here to bring you all the magic of numerology. And first things first, I am so excited to share. I received my author's copies of my book, Enchanted Numerology. Yay! It arrived earlier this week, so I'm so excited that I finally get to show it off on the podcast. Just look at it. It's stunning. It's gorgeous. I love the colors so much. I remember when my publisher first sent me the design she had made for the cover. I was like, I was obsessed. Like, I love that she gets my vibe so much. It's just perfect. And the colors. And also, I realized when I got it in person, it's Padme's lake dress, which is one of my all-time favorite color combos dress ever. Look at it. It's amazing. It's paperback. It's very sturdy. What I like too, the pages are a little gray, so they're not as harsh on your eyes, which is nice. We love that. And I love that it has all little sparkles throughout it. The pages all have little stars. It has just cute little imagery, like there's a little book. It has bigger versions of the numbers. The layout is just really great. And my publisher, Musorical Press, they just do such a fantastic job, and I'm really grateful for them. And I love it so much. So yeah, here it is. If you're watching the video form, you can actually see it. If you're just listening to this, either go watch on YouTube or go look at my Instagram page and you can see it, but it's stunning and I can't believe it's here. And I know you guys are really going to love it. So now that it's here, advanced copies from pre-orders, especially pre-orders that were directly from my publisher, are going to start shipping soon. But otherwise, the official release date is still December. So we still have a bit of time. But in the meantime, you can pre-order it, so it will come to you as soon as possible. And if you pre-order, it might even come a little earlier. So yes, it's Enchanted Numerology. Again, you can pre-order directly from my publisher, Musorical Press. You can pre-order from Amazon, Barnes & Noble, wherever books are sold. And then, of course, if you are local to Spirit and Soul, we are going to have a book launch party closer to the official release date. So keep an eye out for that, and I'll be signing all copies. And hopefully I'll be able to get to some other bookstores too in different places. So be on the lookout for that. But yay, it's here. Here, you know what? I'm going to prop it up here so we can have it in the back. It's paperback. I don't know if it's going to stand as much. Okay, that should be good, right? Okay, hopefully it won't fall over while I'm recording. We've got Magical Ever After. It's fun. I like that. Magical Ever After and Enchanted Numerology. I like that they mirror each other. They feel like they're of the same vibe. So it's like, it's the Erica Rose vibe. So love that a lot. And speaking of Magical Ever After, today's episode, we are talking all about fairies. Fairies and numerology, which I know that these two don't really seem like they align in any way, but they are two of my favorite things. And I'm going to tell you about which type of fairy you should best connect with based on your life path number, like which fairy really vibes with your particular energy. But first, let's just talk about fairies in general. So fairies come to us from the elemental realm. They are guardians of the earth. They are here to protect the earth. That is their main job and main duty. But because we are beings of the earth, through extension, they are able to help us too. But remember that their allegiance is mainly to nature. And so fairies really are the reason that the flowers grow, the reason we have that spark of fire in this world. They help cleanse the air. They help the plants and animals. They help the water be clear. All the beauties of nature exist because of the elementals realm's magic and efforts and hard work. Since the fairies are from the elemental realm, they actually exist in different elemental types as well. So there are fire fairies, also sometimes known as salamanders. They sometimes take that form. And fire fairies, again, are great for bringing in that spark of flame. Every time you light a candle or use fire in any way, the fire fairies and the salamanders are working to bring that flame into life. So it's good to also show gratitude to them. They also help us conjure up that passion within, to feel into our determination, to feel into our fire and to take action and go for things. Fire fairies want to encourage us to be more creative, to go for it, and to be a bigger spark, a bigger flame in life. We also have earth fairies, which includes flower fairies and plant fairies. And these are fairies that are tasked with just helping our plants grow, helping take care of our flowers. The earth fairies are really great to work with to help plant your manifestations and tend to them, to water them, to help your manifestations bloom. Now, fairies, because they exist in the elemental realm, they are on a higher vibration than here on Earth. For some lucky few here, you are actually able to see fairies. But just because you can't see them doesn't mean they're not always there. A way that you might be able to see fairies, such as earth fairies, could be when you're gardening, when you're taking care of your plants, taking care of the flowers, when you're just appreciating nature and really like immersed in it. And when you are showing a full heart of gratitude for nature, that could be a time where you might see a fairy or catch a glimpse of a sparkle. And that's just the fairy saying hi. We also have air fairies. These are known as sylphs, and they help keep our air clean. They help really purify things for us. They also work with the wind. They can help blow away whatever it is you don't want and help spread your wishes to the air. We also have water fairies who take care of the water. They help us learn to surrender, to go with the flow. And in a division of water fairies, we also have the ice winter fairies, who they help us honor our patience, right? Because think about with ice, things freeze over. So you almost have to wait until it thaws out in order to take action. So the ice fairies are really great at helping remind us to be patient and to trust in the timing. And they also remind us to really shine our light, because think about it, what thaws out the ice? What helps speed up the ice melting? Sunshine. So when we shine our light, it helps us bring our dreams faster to us. Now, also in the fairy realm, there are also courts. So basically, like Sarah J. Maas, Akatar, that whole world is real. Shout out to my friend Amanda, who is obsessed with this theory. She always felt that the Akatar world is so real. And then I remember she was so excited when that Sarah J. Maas interview came out, the really long one where she revealed that we were going to get Akatar 6 and 7 and 8. She said that she felt like she's just channeling these worlds, like these characters, this realm is just popping into her head. I remember my friend Amanda was like, I knew it. There is definitely a realm that is mirroring the Akatar realm, where you do have all of these different courts. Like you have the summer court, you have the night court, you have the autumn court, the winter court, spring court, day court, dawn court. The fairies actually dwell in that, and they are guardians of those realms. So that's why I think Akatar really resonates so deeply with so many people, is because they feel a connection to this world, because they remember, maybe they remember a past lifetime where they were in this world and they long to go back. If you were listening to my last episode about past lifetimes, I found out that I had a long past lifetime in the winter court, and I was a winter court fairy. So I'll rehash it if you didn't hear it from my last episode. Years ago, I had a fairy reading from a friend, and she said, the winter court fairies really want to work with you. And I was like, oh my God, cool. Forgot about it, forgot to reach out with them. But then I was doing a meditation to connect to fairies, and I was visualizing this forest, but instead, all of a sudden, it just got taken over with snow. And the winter court fairies came to me and they were like, we've been waiting for you because you're one of us. And I was like, sorry. So then after that, I made a point to really connect with them and work with them. Recently, I was connecting with them and they told me what my name was in a past life. And it was Anira. And I Googled it and it meant very snowy in Welsh. Like, you cannot make that up. So incredibly cool. So yeah, you might have also experienced living in one of the fairy courts. If you feel like that's you, just take a moment to tune into your heart, and I bet you'll know which court you are a part of, which is so cool. So how to work with fairies and why to work with fairies. So I like working with fairies because I think they bring a different perspective and they remind us of our magic. They remind us that we're just having a human experience, but at the core of it, we truly are magical beings. And while we may not have literal magic in the sense in this realm that we did in the fairy realm, like, like teleporting and zapping and things will appear, which maybe we do somewhere. I don't know. But we can still bring that magic within us, still bring that here because we have the power to create our reality, to use our magic with our thoughts and feelings. That is our magic in this lifetime. And we really can will things into existence and create whatever we want. And the fairies remind us that we are magical beings first and foremost. And they remind us that the more we are connected to nature, that is our strength. That is our power. Our power, our strength comes from nature. Think about even if you're doing a little candle spell to call in more luck or abundance, you're going to use natural herbs, right? You're going to use lavender and cinnamon and maybe even use a bay leaf to write things down on. You're going to use salt for protection. All of these things come from the earth. The earth is so healing, and the fairies are right there supporting that healing magic, which is beautiful. Fairies also tell it to us like it is. So I love working with the angels. The angels were my starting point in spirituality. I've been working with them for almost 20 years. I've always had beautiful, strong connection to the archangels, and they always swoop in and they tell you such beautiful words of wisdom, and they tell you like, my beloved, you got this. It's okay. They're so encouraging. But the fairies, while they are super encouraging as well, I love that they can be sassy at times. Like they're like, girl, what are you doing? Like, why are you doubting yourself? Or like I said, like my winter court fairies, when they're like, why haven't you talked to us in a while? And I'm like, I'm sorry, it's summer. I wasn't thinking about it. They are going to call you out. They are going to hold you accountable. They are not going to let you get away with your BS. Where the angels have this beautiful softness that sometimes I think we really do need because the world could be harsh. The fairies will just give it to you and be like, girl, please. I love them for that. They keep it real. Everything in the elemental realm also exists in balance. I think of in Star Wars when they say powerful light, powerful dark. So whereas when you connect with the angels are beings of the highest dimension. So they are only going to radiate at that pure love energy. Fairies have that as well, but the elemental realm is a little closer vibration to Earth. Here on Earth, everyone has dimensions to them. Fairies are like that as well. We have fairies of the purest intention and fairies not of the purest intention, just like humans. So it is so important that when you are going to connect with fairies, you set the intention that you are only open and available to speak with fairies of the highest level of light and love with the purest intention for all involved and the purest intention for you and for your highest good. This is something I have always set the intention for, and I have only operated with fairies that are just so sweet and amazing and have incredible advice and want to help. So how to work with fairies is, again, just state your intentions that you're only available to work with fairies with the purest intention, and then go into meditation. If you can be outside in nature, that is a great way to do it. Otherwise, just visualize nature. Visualize yourself standing in a forest, maybe play bird sounds or any forest music like a stream, and just see that beautiful energy. Maybe you don't even see a forest. Maybe you see a beach. Maybe you straight up see the night court mountains. Maybe you see a snowy landscape or you see autumn. Like really lean into the season and the elements that you are seeing. Or like I said with my winter court story, let the elements come to you. That's another option too. You can always see which fairy is available for you. And then when you are there, when you're visualizing this realm, just reach out, ask for, again, whichever fairy of the purest intention has guidance for you or wishes to send a message with you, or ask if you have any particular fairy guides. If you have a fairy godmother, maybe ask for your fairy family in your past lifetime to speak to you, just whatever is in your heart. And then wait for them to appear. Tune into your intuitive senses. Really pay attention to everything that you are hearing, seeing, feeling, knowing. That's tuning into your clairvoyance, your clairaudience, your clairsentience, your claircognizance. Really activate those senses. That's when I guide people into meditations. I always really like to bring in the light and open up their intuition because that will really help them connect with ease. And then when you see your fairy friend, it's always great to offer them a gift. And this is not as a form of payment because sometimes they could be offended by that. This is just as a gesture of goodwill and friendship. I think of it as if you're going to a friend's house and you bring over a tray of cookies, it's that energy, like a housewarming gift. So present them with the gift. Sometimes they like treats or trinkets, and you could give this to them in your mind's eye. Or if you're out in nature, you can leave a little gift for them. You could leave a little treat. You can leave a little glass of milk. You could leave flowers. You can leave jewelry, crystals. They love shiny things. One time when I was teaching a fairy class, I guided them through it. My husband was participating in the class, and he felt mentally to present them with this gold leaf. And he said they loved it. And he said at the end of the meditation, when I was guiding everyone, ask your fairies if they have anything else they'd like for you to know. He said that they told him, you can come talk to us anytime you want, as long as you bring more of those gold leaves. So yeah, just trust whatever is coming to them, gift it to them. And you might see a fairy or you might see a group of fairies. Just again, trust whatever's coming to you. And then just talk to them like a friend. Ask them what advice the fairy realm has for humanity. You can ask them for advice on what it is you need to do next. They love to pass on their wisdom and magic. So they're more than happy to help you, especially if it's going to help raise the vibration of the earth. As gratitude for them, you could always do something to help the earth afterwards. That could be something like safely picking up litter, planting new trees, new flowers, anything like that. And one thing that's really cool about working with the fairies is so in the fairy realm, things manifest instantly. There is no wait time. And I think that's why a lot of us are patient in the human realm because we've had lifetimes in the fairy realm. So we remember when things just appeared instantly and we're like, what do you mean there's a delay here? In the human realm, we have a delay for our highest good because life would be kind of chaotic if your thoughts appeared instantly. Like, what if you just thought about a giant elephant and it just appeared in your room? So that's for our highest good. In the fairy realm, they could think about cake and chocolate cake appears. Just like that. It's amazing. But that is really great to work with fairies in the fairy realm and really set the intentions for your dreams and your desires because they will bloom instantly. In one of my fairy classes, I guided them into the fairy realm. And one girl in my class had made a wish for love. And she literally met that exact man like the next day. Isn't that crazy? But also not crazy because of course it did. So that's actually why in my book, A Magical Ever After, which is about manifesting love, I have lots of exercises to work with the fairies and ones to help you with love because they love love. Fairies love love. Fairies love play. Fairies don't take things too seriously, which is why I really vibe with them. They like to remind us that part of the goal of life is to have fun, to explore, to enjoy this existence in the human realm. So, how does this all relate to numerology? In my book, Enchanted Numerology, I gave each of the life paths different guides that I think they would work really well with. But for now, and this is not in the book, so this is for the podcast, I want to tell you about your life path and which fairy would vibe with you and how you can work with them and how they can help you step into who you're truly meant to be. So if you remember your life path is your birthday as a whole, your birth month, your birth date, and your birth year. So you are going to take your birth month and reduce it down to a single digit. So if you were born in October, you're going to do 1 plus 0 equals 1. I'm September, so I would do 0 plus 9 equals 9. December, 1 plus 2 equals 3. Now, the only exception is November because 11 is a master number. So just leave 11 alone, leave 11 as is. Next, you are going to add up your birth date and reduce it to a single digit. So say your birthday is the 17th, 1 plus 7 equals 8. I'm the 5th, so I do 0 plus 5 equals 5. Mine's very easy. Mine, I feel like, is not a good numerology example because I have single digit. The only exception, once again, is if you are born on the 11th or the 22nd of the month. If your birthday is the 11th or the 22nd, do not reduce it down. Leave it as is. And then finally, you are going to take your birth year and add those digits together. For example, mine is 1991, so I do 1 plus 9 plus 9 plus 1, which when you add that together, it equals 20. Reduce that down to a single digit by adding it together. 2 plus 0 equals 2. So in the case of 1991, if you're a 91er like me, I did the math for you. You're welcome. And that is a 2. Add your birth year together. And then you have those 3 digits, the digit from your birth month, the digit from your birth date, and the digit from your birth year. And you're going to add those 3 digits together. So in my case, it would be 9 plus 5 plus 2. That equals 16, which then I am going to reduce to a single digit once more. So 1 plus 6 equals 7. I'm a life path 7. So when you add your 3 digits together, if you have a double digit, just add those 2 digits together, and that will get your final number. Once again, the only exception is if you land on 11, 22, or 33. Those are master numbers, and that will be your final calculation. inspiration. Otherwise, your life path will land from 1 through 9. Easy, right? You guys know this is the 11th episode. You guys know this by now. So if you are a life path 1, you are a leader. You need that determination to get your ideas out there, to forge your own path. So for you, you would connect really well to fire fairies. Fire fairies can light up that confidence and that courage within you. They can help you kind of burn things down if you need to and start fresh, start anew, to deliver that spark of inspiration, that new idea that you've been searching for. Because ones are very innovative. They want to find something new and they want to be the first one to do that. The fire fairies are really going to support you in that effort. And they're going to help you also stand your ground, because part of one is standing up for themselves. Part of one is you're meant to put yourself first, to again be the leader of your life. So the fire fairies are going to give you that courage and confidence to be like, no, this is my path. No one can stop me. Reach out to the fire fairies and ask them, what do I need to know about being a leader? What do I need to know about forging my own path? Can you help me with any sparks of any new ideas? If you are a life path 2, you are all about peace and balance, and you have a connection to other people. Other people working as a team, working in tandem is always going to be part of who you are, your identity, your life path, what you're meant to do. You are meant to collaborate with others. So for you, I would reach out to the flower fairies. Flower fairies are going to help grow your team, to help you plant the seeds of who you want in your life and help bring them into existence, bring them towards you. So whether you are looking for a business partner, a romantic partner, just your group of friends, a 2 really needs a solid group of friends. They are going to make them feel at home and like themselves, like nobody else. Connect with the flower fairies and visualize everything you want. Just tell them your heart of all the types of people, what kind of qualities they've had, how you'd feel around them, what they'd be like. Tell that to them and then visualize together you guys planting the seeds. Or if it's available to you, if you have a garden, why not literally plant the seeds and whisper the wishes of the types of people you want and call in the flower fairies and together plant them and then tend to them like you would any relationship and watch them bloom, watch them glow, watch them grow. And as that's happening, that will also conjure the magic to connect these people to you in real life. The life path 2 really needs to prioritize their inner peace. So surround yourself with flowers and just feel at peace. Connect to the frequency of flowers. Have you guys ever seen those videos where somebody will connect like a frequency tool to flowers and it plays beautiful music? Mentally connect into that and let that fuel your soul. And just ask the flower fairies how you can be more in peace and get more into balance. If you are a life path 3, you are pure sunshine. You are shining bright. You are so creative. So for you, I want you to go to the day court. I want you to connect with the day court fairies, because this is where the sun is at its brightest. It is peak. The sun unapologetically lets itself shine. It lets itself shine vividly and brightly. Connect with the day court fairies and ask them, how can I shine bright? How can I channel that sun energy and allow myself to be seen, to be heard? Because as a life path 3, your voice is everything. You are meant to communicate. You are meant to get your voice out there. People are meant to hear you. You're also really creative, so you are meant to indulge in the arts. Life path 3 in general is big fairy energy. You are probably very whimsical and you're probably all about this fairy energy. So for you, like if you want, go outside in the sunshine, wear some fairy wings, get your wand if you need to, dress up, and just really play the part and commit and connect. And even maybe make some fairy art in any way or play fairy music, something like that will really help connect you to this day court energy. And again, really just ask them for your next creative idea, what you can do, and above all, how you can step into your most authentic self and allow yourself to be seen. If you are a life path 4, you connect best with the earth fairies. And this isn't the flower fairies. This is the plants, the trees, the ground, the dirt. Life path 4, you are so structured. You are a builder. You are meant to build something solid, to create something that lasts. You are meant to leave a legacy, and you need to get organized in order to do that. You need to make a solid plan. So for you, I want you to literally go hug a tree. I want you to sit at the roots of a tree if you can, If not, just visualize it. And I want you to just connect with that energy. Talk to the tree as well, because there's probably tree fairies in there. Oh yeah, connect with the tree fairies. Just put your hands on the ground, put your feet on the ground. You need to feel solid. You need to feel grounded. Life Path 4 is big earth energy because of that grounding aspect. Connecting to the earth will help you feel so good. And then just ask the earth fairies, ask the tree fairies to help you concoct a plan and ask them, what do you want me to build? What am I supposed to build? What does my soul want to create? What legacy am I supposed to build? And do this often. I would say work with them on a regular basis and get yourself grounded. That will help you feel so much better. So a life path 5, I want you to connect with the summer court and especially the water fairies. 5, you are the adventurer. You are meant to be adaptable. You have a life that is always going to have change. So from that change, you need to learn how to go with the flow, to surrender, to let that change empower you and ask yourself, how is this change happening for me? Not to me, for me. And how can I make the best of this? So the water fairies are really going to help you tune into that. And as a 5, you cannot be confined. Water cannot be confined. Think about it. If you put water in a bowl and you walk with it, it's sloshing all over the place. 5s, you do not like to conform. You do not like society to put you in a box. Water is exactly the same. So I want you to really connect with the water fairies, connect with their energy and ask them, how do you let go? How do you go with the flow? How do you not care what others think? And how do you forge your own path? And 5 is very fun energy. Ask the summer court fairies, how do I have more fun? How do I invite more adventure into my life? What ways can I adventure every day, even in little ways? If you are a life path 6, your whole vibe is love. So you are going to connect with the romance fairy specifically. Your life path is really deeply about learning to love yourself inside and out. So connect with the romance fairies and ask them, how can I fall more in love with me? Help me see the beauty in myself. Help me see why my soul chose to be me. And you can also ask them, help me look more beautiful today. Just feel that fairy beauty surrounding, vibing all around you. And romance fairies are really great at helping you romanticize your life. As a 6, you need to see the romance in everything. So ask the fairies to help draw attention to the beautiful sunsets or ways you can romanticize your life, like lighting candles at dinner or drinking out of fancy glasses or wearing your best outfit just to the grocery store. If you're trying to manifest love, work with these romance fairies to call in everything you want and more, your dream fairy tale. And no, you do not have to settle. They will bring you whatever you want and so much more. And for more help, read Magical Ever After. But if you already have love, ask the romance fairies to just help strengthen that love and help remind you why you're so grateful you called that love into your life. Because sometimes too, when we're in a relationship for a long time, it gets normalized. But, think about how this was once a person that you wished for, that you dreamed of, and here they are. So the romance fairies are really going to help you lean into appreciating your current romance and even strengthening it and even giving you to the opportunity to have more romance in your life. If you are a life path 7 like myself, winter court fairies, did you see that coming? The ice fairies, my winter court fairies. I find that they are so connected because the ice fairies, winter court fairies, they are so deep and they are seeking knowledge. And that's what 7 is all about. 7, you are the philosopher. You are intuitive and you're a little introverted, kind of like winter, where we just want to kind of hibernate and read. That's big life path 7 energy, big winter court energy. But it's also about having the patience to learn, finding the clarity. When ice is clear, you can see through it, having the clarity and the patience to understand your lessons, to analyze your life on a deeper level, to just sit and think. Life path 7, you need to give yourself time to think because it's going to help you figure out everything so much and it's going to bring you clarity. And life path 7 is all about intuition. So take time to meditate and to connect to the winter court fairies and ask them, what do I need to know? What is the purpose of my journey? What is the meaning of my life? How can I expand my intuition? How can you help me see things more clearer? How can I be patient? How can I absorb more knowledge? They're really going to help you get to this point of enlightenment and deeper understanding. And they really vibe with the Life Path 7 energy. If you are a Life Path 8, you are going to connect with the abundance fairies. Just as there's romance fairies, there's fairies that can help us specifically call in more abundance. And 8, your life path is all about abundance. You are meant for success. You are meant to master money. You are so incredibly magnetic. So lean into your magnetism and ask the abundance fairies to help you turn your magnet on. You are lucky. Lean into that. Ask the abundance fairies to turn on your luck, to work with them to really visualize that luck expanding and growing. They have the magic to help you with that. And they want to help you because you are part of the conduit. As Life Path 8, you are helping channel and bring that abundance from the fairy realm into the human realm and helping us see that. Because in the fairy realm, things are so abundant. In the human realm, things are abundant too, but we don't always see it. So the fairies really want to help you see that. Just as nature is abundant, you are abundant too. And you are really meant to master the art of manifesting as a Life Path 8. The energy you put out is always what's going to come back to you. So really lean into that energy and work with the abundance fairies. Go into the fairy realm, connect with the abundance fairies, and practice your manifesting in your mind. While you're there, see the things you want appear instantly and feel into them. And know by seeing and feeling them in the fairy realm, that's absolutely going to help you actually manifest them into the human realm. Master manifestation and work with the abundance fairies to do it. If you are a Life Path 9, I hope you like Akatar because you are big night court energy. Nines, you are all about transformation. You're all about shadow work. So of course you need to go to the night court fairy. As a 9, you're somebody who may have had a lot of challenges to overcome, but part of your mission is to go deep, do that shadow work. Go to the harder parts of your story to yourself and see, what am I meant to learn? What is this meant to teach me? And then rising up. You're the phoenix. You cannot be stopped. Yes, you may have gotten burned, but you come back stronger. You are always meant to rise up from the ashes. So ask the night court fairies to support you as you're overcoming challenges. Ask them to support you as you're diving into the shadow work, to the harder parts of your story that a lot of people don't want to look at. And face yourself so that way you can grow and be better and heal and leave those harder parts in the past so you can rise victorious. And part of a Life Path 9 is you are meant to help others, which is big night court energy, right? They seem scary, but think about Reese and the boys. What were they always trying to do? They were always trying to help everyone in Valeris so much. So connect with them and ask them how you can use your own struggles and challenges and transform that into helping others, which is so beautiful. You got this. You are a true humanitarian at heart, just like Rusant. All right. And now we're getting into the master numbers. If you are a master number 11, you are the master manifester. You are about making wishes appear. You are big fairy godmother energy. So work with your fairy godmother, but also work with the sylphs, work with the air fairies, because they are really going to help you bring your wishes into existence and then also help you grant wishes towards others. Working with that wind to blow away the things that don't serve you as a Life Path 11, any of the master numbers, you may have had a bit more trauma, but kind of like the 9, you're meant to learn from it and grow from it because you are meant for higher rewards. So work with the sylphs and the wind to blow away the things that no longer serve you for yourself and others, because 11 is also 2, right? So they want to help other people. So letting that all blow away and then working with the wind to call in the things you want to manifest. And not only for you, but for the others as well. So the sylphs are really going to help you work with that wind energy to really create everything you need and more. If you are a Life Path 22, you are the master builder. You are a higher vibration of the 4 and the 2, which is about teamwork and then building. You are really meant to build a legacy on a bigger level. So for you, I feel like you're meant to work with the spring court fairies. And this has nothing to do with Akatar. Like, let's take the characters completely out of it. But think about the spring court. It's growing. Think about spring in general. It's growing new things. It's like, yes, we might have just had a harsh winter, but now it's the time to build and to create and to plant and to allow these things space to grow and to create a beautiful world. That's you, 22. That is exactly what you are meant to do. So go work with the spring court fairies and ask them, what can I build? How can I grow on a bigger level? How can I help others grow? How can I plant my team? Kind of like in the same energy I said with working with the flower fairies. I think you'd really benefit from that exercise as well of taking seeds, literal seeds if you can, and asking for the right people and the legacy you want to create, like the feelings you want to create in the world, what you want to do, how you want to help, and planting those seeds and then tending to them and watching them grow and letting that be a mirror that when those plants start to grow, that is symbolic that your manifestations, your legacy, the right people are coming your way and everything you want to create is growing as well. And finally, Life Path 33, you are the master sage, the master healer. Work with the healing fairies. Healing is your gift. You are meant to take anything you've gone through and use that wisdom to help people on a deeper level. Reiki is very aligned to you. Any kind of energetic healings is very aligned to you. So call upon the healing fairies to ask them to help support you as you are here to heal people, to heal the world, to make things a better place, to heal your own heart first, of course, because we want to tend to ourselves, but then use that as an extra glowing level of green. Even as I'm saying it, I'm feeling so much green energy around. And just send healing to those in need, to those you encounter, those you want to help, but also to the world when you see certain events taking place. Ask the healing fairies to send healing to them. Ask the healing fairies what you can do in your part to help bring more healing to this world and heal nature as well, right? Heal the plants, the animals, anything like that that's in danger. Have the healing fairies assist you to really be that guardian and to protect them. And also ask them to help you channel that wisdom and what it is you need to learn and what guidance you need to pass on. That would be huge for you. All right. So those are all the types of fairies you should connect with your life path energy. I love working with fairy energy so much. I think they are just beautiful guides. I feel like they're so happy that I'm saying this. I've shared this message, this energy. Fairies bring so much whimsy and magic. They make me smile so much. So I know you guys are really going to enjoy working with them a lot. In my book, Enchanted Numerology, as well as in Magical Ever After, the back of both of these books have QR codes where I recorded lots of meditations to help you connect with your guides, to connect to your numbers, but then also in Magical Ever After, we have ones to connect to your fairies. So I highly recommend working with those meditations, reading Magical Ever After if you're interested in working with fairies or calling in more self-love and romantic love would be great. And of course, pre-ordering Enchanted Numerology because it's here. I have it as my author's copy, but it's coming to all of you soon. I feel like it's the most comprehensive numerology book because it goes through so many of your calculations, ones that a lot of other books don't talk about. And it gives you different journaling prompts and rituals and meditations and advice and crystals, how to work with each of them. So it is fantastic. I know you're going to love it. So you can definitely pre-order that now. And you could also always book your own numerology reading with me. Or if you're interested in seeing more of your fairy past lifetime, working with your fairy guides, you can book an Akashic Records reading with me. I think that would be the best way that we can bring forth that fairy energy and work with that. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know how it goes when you connect with your fairies, and I will see you soon. Bye.